20 games out of first. The Nationals are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Giants were in Milwaukee to take on the Brewers, and it was the boys from San Fran who held on in extra innings for the W. The score was 2-1. Sergio Romo pitched well enough to earn his first victory of the year. As of today, the Brewers are in second place in the NL Central, 5.5 games back. The Giants sit in last place in the National League West Division. They're 17.5 games out of first. The White Sox were in Denver to take on the Colorado Rockies. The White Sox came away with the win. The final score was 3-2. Chris Sale started and pitched well enough to earn his sixth victory of the season. He is currently among the AL leaders in strikeouts. Right now, the Rockies are in third place in the NL West, 8 games out of first. The White Sox sit in fourth place in the American League Central Division, 10 games out of first. The Cubs took on the LA Dodgers in the City of Angels, and it was the boys in blue who emerged in this one, the final 4-3. Looking at the standings, the Dodgers sit in first place in the National League West Division. They are enjoying a comfortable 6.5 game cushion. The Cubs sit in last place in the National League Central Division, 19 games out of first. The Pittsburgh Pirates were in San Diego to take on the hometown Padres, and the Pirates came away with the win. The final was 8-4. Mark Melancon was victorious in this one, earning his first win. At the moment, the Padres sit in fourth place in the National League West, 13 games out. The Pirates are in fourth place in the NL Central, 10.5 back. The Yankees were in Boston to match up against the Bo Sox, and it was the Bo Sox who came away victorious. The final score was 7-6. Edward Mujica earned his 7th W in relief so far this season. Heading into today, the Red Sox are in second place in the AL East, 6 games out of first. The Yankees are fourth in the division, 10.5 back. The Cincinnati Reds took on the Rays in interleague action at the Trop. The Rays came away with the win, the final 4-3. As of today, the Rays sit atop the American League East Division, 6 games up on second place. The Reds sit in second place in the National League Central, 5.5 back. The Seattle Mariners matched up against the Blue Jays at the Rogers Center, and it was the Mariners who came out on top. The final was 8-7. Erasmo Ramirez was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. Right now, the Blue Jays are in last place in the AL East, 13 games out. The Mariners sit in third place in the American League West Division, 13 games out. The St. Louis Cardinals paid visit to Charm City to take on the O's, and it was the Cardinals who collected the W, the final 5-3. Looking at the standings, the Orioles are in third place in the AL East. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Cardinals sit in first place in the National League Central Division. They are enjoying a 5.5 game advantage. The Angels paid visit to the Tribe in Cleveland, and it was the Angels who came out on top. The score was 3-1. Tyler Skaggs started and pitched well enough to earn his 6th victory of the season. Heading into today, the Indians sit in second place in the AL Central Division. They trail first by 4 games. The Angels are in third place in the AL West, 13 games out. The Detroit Tigers did battle against the hometown Royals in KC, and Detroit on the road were victorious in extra innings. The final score was 9-8. Brandon Barnes had a huge day offensively, collecting 3 hits and driving in 3. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. At the moment, the Royals are leading the American League Central, 4 games up. The Tigers are third in the division. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Houston Astros were in Minnesota to take on the Twins, and the Astros nabbed the victory. Final score was 4-2. Ross Sharp collected 4 hits and led the charge offensively for the winning side. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. The Astros starting pitcher, number 11, held the opposition in check, allowing only 1 earned run over 8 strong innings and earning the win. As of today, the Twins are in last place in the AL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. The Astros are in last place in the AL West, 18 games out of first. The A's visited the Rangers at Globe Life Park in Arlington. The A's came away with the win, 9-3. Franklin Ryan was phenomenal at the plate, picking up 2 round trippers. He also extended his hitting streak to a modest 8 straight. Looking at the standings, the Rangers are leading the AL West, a commanding 8.5 games ahead of second. The A's are second in the division. They trail by 8.5 games. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.